You've heard him voice iconic characters. You've seen him solve unspeakable murders. Hopefully, he'll only have to do one of those things tonight. That's right. Welcome to the stage, the incomparable star, Joe Mantegna. Okay. Hi.
I might do both of them tonight. I don't know.
You could do both. Thanks for being here. Right here is great.
Okay.
How you doing?
I'm doing great, thanks.
It's good to see you.
Good to be seen.
Such a fan of yours.
Well, thank you.
It's exciting to have you here.
Thank you.
Did you know what this show was?
No, I have no idea.
Yeah. That happens. That happens. Yeah. Did you think Jon Lovett?
I did. No, but it didn't matter. I mean, that's
matter.
fine. No,
it's fine.
Yeah, and I wasn't even sure up until this morning. I mean, then my wife went online, and she says, "I don't think it's the same guy." And
I had a feeling. I had an instinct.
Yeah. No, it's good. It's all good.
But it's fun. It's fine. You're
Absolutely.
okay.
I'm fine with it.
You're happy to be here.
I worked with Jon. I hosted Saturday Night Live years ago, and he was part of the cast then. So now I'm here with you. So this is good. I've done it's the Grand Slam. I got,
Yeah. So far, which is a more memorable experience? You don't have to answer that.
I'll let you know. I'll let you know.
All right. I have a couple questions.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
You were in the 1996 horror film Thinner.
I was.
Based on the book written by Richard Bachman, which, of course, was Stephen King's pseudonym.
Okay. No, I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
Okay.
Don't you think it would have been more satisfying if he had eaten the pie at the end? Instead of making other people do it?
What I found interesting about that movie is because I also did the book on tape of that.
Really?
As it turned out.
Cool.
And so I kind of already knew what was going to happen, when I got the part. But it didn't have a happy ending, which I thought was weird because I thought they were going to change the movie because it's pretty dark.
It is dark.
Yeah, I mean, but to have that ending where the kid dies, the mother dies, the wife dies, everybody dies in that movie.
Oh, I'm sorry. This is a spoiler alert for the 1996 film Thinner.
Yes, exactly.
Don't you think it's interesting that in that film, there's two things that the father, there's a curse in the film.
Yeah.
There's one part of the curse, which is no matter how much you eat, no matter what you do, you get thinner and thinner and thinner.
Right.
And we call that Ozempic. And then at the end, there's a way to turn it off. The pie turns it off. There's an off switch, which is stopping Ozempic.
Right.
I think these Romani in the movie were leaving a lot of money on the table.
That could be.
Like for one person's curse in Hollywood. I mean, there's a lot of people that were like, so I get thinner and thinner until I die, but what's the catch? You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I think they should start marketing this pie and, whatever.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea.
That's a good idea.
Okay. So I saw that you said about The Simpsons that you like to voice Fat Tony no matter what.
Yeah, I do. It's just, it's the same thing like when I'm doing a movie sometimes or whatever it may be, and they'll say, oh, in this, we decided to put in the scene of like you grabbing something, but you don't have to do the scene. We'll just have somebody else do it. And I say, well, no, but I'll know it's my hand. It's not my hand. You know what I mean? So even a little thing like that. So I mean, I've been doing The Simpsons now this has been my 33rd year playing Fat Tony.
That's wild.
And so, but my feeling is even if it's just one word, I mean, I want to be able to be the one that says that word because even if they say, well, nobody will know the difference. It's just a word. But I mean, I'll know the difference. And it's like, that'd be like somebody being, they're going to be you for a minute. So you could take a break and then, and we know that can't happen, right?
Can't happen. Won't allow it.
Yeah.
Won't allow it. Then the illusion will be broken.
Yes, exactly.
Do you, as someone who's been working and so committed to what you're doing for so long, do you see young actors who kind of take it for granted and say, oh, you're not, like when they're shooting, say, the other direction, says, oh, use my stand and I don't feel like being here anymore?
Yeah, well, that to me, that's the difference between, the pros and somebody really who isn't. I mean, and what's interesting is the higher up the food chain you go, the more likely it is that they're going to be the kind of person that will, be there for the off camera and do all like that. It's usually the ones that are like kind of not thinking or not where they think they should be and kind of use that as like a power thing of like, no, I'm going to, let the stand in, do that. But,
but they don't make it. They don't last.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I feel blessed because I grew up, I met actors with people like Cary Grant and, people that your parents know and your grandparents know, but like Cary Grant or Gregory Peck and people like that who just had, when Hollywood really, had a lot of class and stuff like that. And I just think I'd like to, at my age, I've kind of feel like to start to perpetuate that as much as possible.
I like that.
If possible.
So you've been on Criminal Minds for a long time.
Long time, yeah.
What do you think is the weirdest murder situation?
Oh man, it's all weird, that show. Everything is weird on our show.
There was a human-sized marionettes at one point. Do you remember that one?
I do.
Does that stick with you?
Dear friend Matthew Gubler, who plays Dr. Reed on the show, I mean, he loves those kinds of episodes. He directed that particular one, I remember. And so we had the human marionettes. Freak. And that was...
He's a real freak.
He's a little freaky, Matthew. But he's wonderful. I love him to death. He's like my son. I love the kid. But yeah, we do a lot of freaky stuff. There was another freaky episode I thought it was almost like I was on the show. I've been on the show we're still doing it. I'll be my 15th year doing it this season. But anyway, I think my very first season there was an episode where there was a guy had, there was something going on and they had people volunteering to looking for somebody who's missing, and so this guy had volunteered to run the, like the stand that gives you refreshments. And what he was doing was he was taking people and making chili out of them. And that was the refreshments that he was handing out.
What a criminal mind.
Yeah, I would say that's a criminal mind. Yeah, because there was a great line at the end of that episode where there's a priest character says to the guy, don't you realize God is in you or something? And the guy came back with something like, and mentions the girl who's missing. And Janet is like a little bit of her and everybody too, And I thought it was like about my third episode. I thought, okay, so this is what I'm going to be doing for possibly the next 15 years. But it's all good.
Did you ever wanted to say, hey, listen, let's try something different. Let's not catch him.
We don't always catch him. No,
you don't always catch him?
No, there's been a couple instances where we don't catch him.
They just get away with it.
They do get away because in life they do get away with it.
In life they do get away with it, but not the chili cannibal guy.
We hopefully that one got caught because it is patterned pretty much off of real stuff that's happened. That's what's weird too. Because we're not. It's not like one of these Marvel shows that it's about fantasy things. There is a behavior analysis unit with the FBI. I've been to Quantico numerous times and met the people who do this job, and it's just so. It's just weird to think, wow, somebody does this for a living every day and has to, deal with that. Thank God we have these people to do that.
One of them leans over and whispers, I have no one else to tell this. I tried the chili.
Yes. Yeah. Just don't have the chili in the calf at Quantico, that's all.
So, as we've discussed, you've had a long and storied career. I remember Bobby Fischer. You're amazing in that movie.
Searching for Bobby Fischer. It's a nice movie. Well, that's a testament to the writer Steve Zalian, because I remember we're working on it. We're getting near the end of it, and he had directed it as well. It was his first time directing, but he wrote the script. It was such a beautiful script. You had Ben Kingsley in the movie and Lawrence Fishburne. It was just Joan Allen, wonderful cast, just a great script. But I remember we were on one of the last couple of days of filming, and I see him scribbling in the corner. During a break. Really, I said, Steve, what's the matter? And why are you in such a... He goes, I'm writing this movie for Steven Spielberg. It's the next film. I'm not directing it, but I'm writing it for him, and I'm kind of behind, and I'm trying to catch up. I go, what's the name of the movie? And he says, Schindler's List. And so in my mind, I'm thinking, Schindler's List. I'm thinking like 5 Easy Pieces. So I'm saying, so what is, it's like about a guy that goes to the grocery store with the list,
Yeah.
And he says, yeah, not quite.
Not quite.
And,
It's like Ocean's 11, Schindler's List.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
like a heist.
I thought it was a list movie, I mean, it was a list movie, but at a whole other level than I expected.
A different kind of list.
Different kind of list. Needless to say, he's done very well with with that movie and with Schindler's List.
And you said you were sitting there and he goes, I got this crazy idea. Full color. Bright as you can make it.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't know.
Yeah, laugh track, the whole thing, yeah.
So... Now as we've discussed, you've had this long and storied career, and I'm enjoying these stories, and I'm sure you have more of them. And also, it's nice when we have a great person come and tell stories. It's less work for me.
I got it.
I also only have a couple stories, and one of them is no one will buy my Tesla. And I don't know. I can't. I've gotten enough juice out of that lemon.
Whatever. The way things are going, everybody's going to be driving a Tesla. So
Oh, I hope not.
Well,
they'll be so disappointed. What with the rattling?
Yes. I drive one.
Doesn't it rattle?
It does rattle. But I don't have to stop at a gas station. That's one.
Yeah,
nice
sure,
thing.
but can't we have both?
I know. Yeah, it's still in its early stages. You know, it's
feels
like the
like-
Model T of electric cars.
Yeah,
you know.
that's right. So we're gonna play a round of Was I in This? All right.
I may lose that contest.
No, you're now. Let's bring out the lights, and Brian's gonna go out there. Would people, if you want to take on a question, raise your hand. All right, do you want to read these to the people?
Okay, yeah, here we go. All right.
Hi, what's your name?
Elizabeth.
Oh, okay. Hi,
Elizabeth.
Sorry.
Elizabeth. Yeah,
No,
okay.
it's not.
My son watched all 32 seasons of The Simpsons at the time during pandemic schooling online. So
Really?
I know that one. I know Fat Tony. That's about it.
Is Fat Tony your favorite character, though?
I'm
Just
gonna
say yes.
pass.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. What?
Yes.
Have you? Sometimes I think
Correct
no one.
answer.
Sometimes. Ooh, I heard it. I heard
there
it.
you go. Sure, that's my Uncle Tony's voice, or my Uncle Willie's voice, by the way.
Really?
Because when I got cast in The Simpsons, it was I had just finished the movie Godfather 3 had just come out. So and at the time, this was 1991. The movie, it was a big, gangster movie, very anticipated because of the history of the first two Godfather movies. So I played the villain in that. I'm Joey Zaza in Godfather 3. So here I get cast now as this character Fat Tony, and I thought it was just gonna be one episode. Like that's it, boop, I'll do it. That's it. But I go in and I'm thinking the Godfather movie was still playing in the theaters, and I'm thinking I can't be the same guy. I don't want to be Joey Zaza and Fat Tony, and it's like it's the same guy. So I'm thinking. I right in a spirited moment as we're there recording the episode, I said, I'll just do my Uncle Willie's voice because my Uncle Willie talks like this. and I thought if I just do it and they don't say stop, I'll just keep going. And so I did. I mean,
That was
I did
30
it.
years ago.
Yeah, it was 32 years ago. And as it worked, I never said stop. And when it was over, I went, okay, great. Willie will get a kick out of it and all that. And little did I know that they kept calling me back.
What did Willie think of it?
Oh, well, I brought Willie to the set. Oh, he loved it. I brought him to the set like 4 or 5 years into it. I says, I want you to meet somebody. He walks in, he goes, how you doing, everybody? Nice to see you. And they're all like, oh, that's it. It's him. It's ground
great.
zero for Fat Tony.
Nice. Why don't we jump to the second one?
I played myself on 2 episodes of HBO's Barry, True or False. And for an extra point, name one of those episodes, All the Sauces and Crazy Time Shit Show.
Well,
Is that
those are
right?
the answers.
So yes.
Those were the answers.
Those were the
Those were
answers.
the answers.
Yes.
You
Yes.
got it.
Yes.
Oh, there you go. How about that? See, but that's another show I knew nothing about. And then, of course, my daughters, who are obviously younger than I am, said, Dad, you don't know about Barry? I mean, and of course, it was great. I mean, what a thrill. I played myself and I fucked up my own part, playing myself.
Hey, come on. I don't think that's possible.
Well, I mean, just now I did.
I think it's all fun.
Okay, all right.
Who else wants to answer a question? Oh, this person in the front. They're the person who said they were doing well. Hi, what's your name?
Chad. I actually just watched House of Games like 2 days ago.
Oh, okay. Well, you
It
just
was a lot
blew
of
the
fun.
answer to the next question. The question was I in the movie House of Cards or something, right? Or something.
You could pick one. Just read any question you want.
Whatever. Did you like the movie?
Oh yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
You
good.
got it.
He won.
Let's do one more. You can pick
Yeah.
any question.
Okay. I am the current. No, I'm definitely not the current chairman of the American Italian.
You keep giving away the answers.
I do.
That was the question.
Oh.
It was up to him to tell what you're.
All right.
If you're gonna get Here's the thing.
Yeah.
If you get them all right, you win. If you get them all wrong, you get to be the senator from California.
Great. Okay. All right. Well, no, wait. I think I got this one now. I think I got to figure it out. I have a cameo in the upcoming Barbie movie.
As much as I would love to see that, I'm going to go with no.
That's true.
Nice.
Okay. Well, now I'm getting the hang of it.
You're getting the hang of it. It's going great.
I played Dean Martin in the HBO original movie The Rat Pack.
True or false?
That's true.
Attaboy. And I want to just tell you something. You know how I got the voice of, doing the research as I did for the role. I thought to myself, I want to, not that I'm trying to imitate him exactly, but I want to get at least in the ballpark. So to get the voice for Dean Martin, I'm thinking, what's? I kept listening to his voice and interviews, records. Then I realized it was the Sugar Bear from the Sugar Crisp commercials. The guy goes, "Can't get no of them Sugar Crisp." Oh, I'm the Sugar Bear. So like instead of saying, y'all can't get enough of them sugar, Chris, I would say stuff like, oh, how'd all these people get in my room?
It's basically
Right?
it's you take that mascot, take 3 fingers of scotch.
That's it.
That's it.
You never know where the inspiration's going to come. And in this case, it was from the sugar bear. So thank God for the sugar bear.
That's a lesson for all of us.
Yeah, it was. I was in the Tom and Jerry movie. A movie, Tom and Jerry. Anybody? What do you think?
What do you think, Betsy?
False.
It is false only because Warner Brothers wouldn't let us use that title, and so the movie had to be changed to Jerry and Tom. Because of I guess the cat and the mouse would get pissed that we took
Yeah,
their
the
names.
cat and the mouse are very litigious.
Okay. Okay, it says, I hosted the first episode of Fear Factor before Joe Rogan took over.
Betsy, what do you think?
False again?
I could never watch people eat bugs for my job because that's how I unwind. That's true.
Joe Mantegna,
Thank you.
everybody. Everybody, check out Criminal Minds Evolution on Paramount Plus. That was so great.